Hey guys, it's me, it's Queen Osset Haru, and thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. Also, remember, if you like this video, please drop us a comment in the comment section. Pass it on to somebody else who may like it as well, and give it a big thumbs up. All right, it really helps out the channel. So, I was talking to a woman, and the poor dear is in a brand new relationship with an Aquarius man. They're young. She's 26. I think he was like 24, so she's a little bit older than him, but they're in a good space. And she said that she finds Aquarius to be a little eerie. And I was like, eerie? Why would you say eerie? And she said it seems to her like he reads her. Like she doesn't feel like she even has to say very much. He just picks up on everything. Everything. And she was like, do Aquarius read people easily, or is it just him? And I was telling her that there's two things going on here. Number one, Aquarius do read people very quickly and very easily. That's number one. Anytime an Aquarius meets someone, those of us who are in tune with our spiritual abilities, we're in tune with our gifts. Every time we meet someone, we know if we should be around them or not. Now, whether or not we will heed our own advice remains to be seen. But we know immediately who's good and who's not, vibrationally speaking. And sometimes we won't heed our own warnings. Every time I got into a relationship or a situation with somebody who was not copacetic, I already had that inclination from something, some feeling, something I saw, something I vibrated. It was always something in the beginning. So many Aquarius have that ability. Also, many Aquarius are empaths. And empaths can pick up on anybody's energy, and anybody can be an empath. Aquarius, Scorpio, anybody in the zodiac can be an empath. So an empath will pick up on what you don't say. They pick up on your vibration, how you feel to them. And that's what I always tell people. You don't feel right, or something feels off. That's the language that I always use. And I always take my hand and go like that around their aura. And they're like, what are you doing? And I'm like, you don't feel right. And then they're like, oh God, here we go again. And then sometimes they'll tell me, and sometimes they won't. So yes, the Aquarius does have that ability. And yes, many of us are empaths. But there's also another thing that adds to this. Just yesterday, I told you guys that Aquarius are detectives. So we are very observant, and we figure things out pretty quickly just based on that. So even an Aquarius who's not an empath is probably going to be one of those detective types. A lot of Aquarius tell me that their significant others and family members call them PIs. Like my man Magnum PI back in the day. And that's what it is. They're these people who are basically able to figure things out and get clues and piece things together by observing and by your body language. So 9 times out of 10, your new boyfriend is doing a combination of these things, if not one of them. If he's not empathic, he's probably just using his detective skills, you see? And even when an Aquarius is not empathic, we still have those bomb detective skills, man. So he could be using any of those things. It's not a bad thing, though. Having a lover or a person in your life that can read your feelings and emotions is not a bad thing. It actually will make the relationship a lot easier unless you are planning to hide things. Because if you're planning to hide things, this is not the dude for you. He's already showing you that he sees through you. So if you're the kind of person who's not ready for that level of honesty, I would suggest choosing another gentleman, because this guy is going to see through you. He's going to call you on your bullshit a lot of times too. A lot of Aquarius will call you very directly with no tax on your bullshit. So if he sees something, he's going to speak on it. And to me, I wouldn't be afraid of that. I'm not, if my lover is empathic or able to read me, I'm not afraid of it because I don't have anything to hide. So you have to be straight up with yourself, because you're not going to be able to play that game with the Aquarius if you have something or someone or some things that you want to hide. It's not going to work. You're better off with somebody else from another sun sign who might not be as empathic, not as observant, maybe somebody else. But yeah, Aquarius can read the dice before they start rolling in a lot of cases. Most Aquarius I talk to tell me that they knew something was going to happen but did it anyway. And I asked them, why did you do it anyway? This is what I did. Why did you do it anyway? What was that for? And it was always, I want to see what was going to happen. They wanted to actually play it out and see what was going to happen. Or they had an ulterior motive. They needed the person, or they needed something from the person in many cases. So some of the times, most of the times, Aquarius, we already know. We read people and we read situations very quickly. So if you have an Aquarius in your life, I strongly suggest coming at them as honestly as possible, because Aquarius we already have trust issues. So if we read you and see that something's off, we're not going to trust you. We're going to keep our energy back in most cases, and it may take you longer and longer and longer to develop a relationship with the Aquarius. So remember that if you are seeing an Aquarius, or if you're out there wanting to see an Aquarius. All right, guys, it's time for us to get going. Now, don't forget, I'm doing a giveaway on my Instagram page. So check me out on Instagram. My information is underneath this video. If you would like to get a reading done, my information is underneath this video. My Patreon information, the merchandise I have for sale, everything is underneath every video. I always make sure I cut and paste it just in case you didn't see it. Also, we're having a live discussion on Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern on our new book, No More Frogs by Catherine Dahl. It's a book for Aquarius specifically. So if you are in a relationship with an Aquarius, if you want to date an Aquarius, if you just have a thing for Aquarius, if you are an Aquarius, this is a great book for you. It's all about how to date, number one, and number two, how to enhance your relationships. And it's all Aquarius specific. So this is going to be a very interesting live discussion. We're going to talk about pages 1 to 12. Okay? All right, guys, come back soon because I have so much more to say. See you later.